So, welcome everyone back to Return to the Old Republic. Obviously, as everyone knows, it's the campaign where nothing will ever go wrong. Last episode, after stealing Silvar's hyperdrive, he began broing out with Silvar and Sita, who unknowingly helped install their hyperdrive in the Brawler's ship, as well as installing a hamster wheel in the cargo bay, which I feel like Athena still doesn't know about. After being invited for 2-for-1 Tuesdays, P picked up the others after being contacted by 6ix9ine, who was mid-freakout, as mere minutes ago he was talking to Mosp Gi about life as a Force Ghost. Lazánia swiftly and ragefully plugged in the coordinates to Melikor, given by Jocostanu, and they entered hyperspace. After some mental health guilt checks and some less subtle nightmares caused by the Force Wraiths, they finally arrived. Feeling the dark side energy emanating from the planet, Lazánia guided the ship to where it was strongest, landing directly over the temple and surrounded by ominous pillars.
I was just the messenger, I wasn't the actual pilot.
Most of the party left the radius of the ship and touched the pillars, which began to glow red as the ground cracked, and they fell down hundreds of feet. P chose to dig next to the ship, destabilizing the crust and creating a giant hole above the Sith temple, leading the ship and P to fall into the cavern, probably permanently damaging the temple. The party, confused with the lack of lightsaber clashing, began looking around, only to find a Force Wraith who explained that screaming kyber crystals is caused by two identical crystals being too close, leading the party to believe that P has also traveled in time, explaining the screaming of his own kyber crystal by Tattoo. After Emperor and 7 rolled a nat 20 on their banish save and some confusion by the Force Wraith, the party was transported to a limbo where Revens were trapped and proceeded to fight Darth Revan. After a grueling battle, Lazánia, filled with rage, forced himself into Revan's mind in the least weird way possible, with the help of 6ix9ine, who shocked Revan with the sight of a Mandalorian defending a Cathar. Lazánia and Revan shared memories, leading to their realization that Emperor N7 was Revan's former droid. After an adorable reunion between the two, Revan surrendered his helmet to 6ix9ine and said a tearful goodbye to Emperor N7. Sent back to the original plane after collecting some loot and discovering Emperor N7's original body, the party decided to head to Endor for more answers, where on their way, Lazánia began to tap further into the dark side to open a Sith holocron, and 6ix9ine tried to get through to Mosp Gi to say that he is worried. Until, with Roomba standing at the front of the ship, you broke out of hyperspace to see Endor, the home planet. Roomba's home. As you go down towards the planet, you're intercepted by 3 ships that are kind of guarding Endor.
That's me when I'm nervous.
And you hear like a beep come through your comms, and it is the 3 ships talking to you. Hey, we need to take your entry fee for Endor.
Who is this?
New phone.
And how much do we, yeah.
New ship.
I'm sorry, yeah, this is a new line, I don't have any sponsors.
It's 1,000 credits per life form. It's a new tourism thing
Right.
for the planet and its wonderful beauties.
What if we, say, had someone here who, like, was from this, like, planet? Would we get a cheaper discount? They're, like, kind of loyalty.
Let me just
Wait, I probably shouldn't be saying
loyalty
this.
discount.
Can I just like beep him like?
Yeah.
What are your credentials?
I'll send them through now, and you get a little beep up on the screen of like a bank account to just transfer credits to.
No, like who are you representing?
We're representing the Endor.
The Endor war.
That's not convincing, my man.
Endor. Where it's to help tourism and the planet
Endor.
thrive.
The planet
Yeah,
that
the
doesn't
planet-
understand money or
The Yeah, that's why we're
tourism
here.
As a whole.
That's why we're here. It's like the in between. We're like the bridge that brings
Can I
the
insights?
Andorians.
Yeah.
To, yeah, you can.
Surely this like
Inside.
DC.
What the fuck is happening? Are they being scammed or all of us?
I think.
First of all, you guys all, even just with your passive insight, you rolled like an 8 on a deception check. This is absolute bullshit. This is a guy trying to scam you.
Look, honey, you're trying to scam us, and I gotta be respectful for
No,
that.
you just
But here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna pay us, or we're gonna we're gonna kill you.
Well, my account is actually just on the screen there if you just pay it through.
I don't
Because,
think you're hearing what
You know,
we're
if you
putting
don't, we
down
can't
here.
lightly yell at you through. Who's like by the screen?
Sam, please.
You know what?
His account is on the screen. Can I try and hack in and steal all this money?
It's just a bank account.
Yeah, but
number.
sure, you can try hack the bank.
This is what my cyber skills are for.
Hey.
I want to run a scam on him.
You-
Please.
Can I like say sorry? I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. Here's our credentials, and I send them my bank account.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, but I feel like you're missing what's meant to happen here. You're just meant to send it through to my account. If you guys wanted to like keep talking to him,
Yeah.
Inference 7 can attempt to get into the account.
Can I roll?
I've seen the money.
Roll
Have
me
you
slice.
received it?
That's
What
a
Leah's doing.
25.
A 25. I'm gonna roll a straight luck check to see if he has put two-factor authentication on.
No, surely to be at disadvantage. This motherfucker is so dumb.
That disadvantage.
Like, he is so
Wait, no.
stupid.
A 25. A 27.
Did not have two-factor authentication on. So you guys keep talking to him. He's like, oh, yeah, well, if you just go into your account and then you do payment, and then
Right,
you
is
just
that
plug in
under
my
savings,
details.
Or is that under private, or is that under transfer?
It's under transfer. So you just gotta transfer me.
What
The
happens
money?
if I don't have enough money in the account?
Well, then you just can't come to Endor.
It's
I'll
okay.
just keep
I can
refreshing.
transfer more money. It's
Okay,
fine.
that's sweet. I'll just keep refreshing and waiting, and my account's going down.
What?
Inference 7.
Are you
It's a
making?
lot. It's just draining. It's just going.
Well, it sounds like you're having some troubles on your end. We've definitely sent ours through.
Okay, I just really got it. Hey boys, what's on about this? Inference 7. His account drops to 69, and you can give me a law check, and Athena can give me a perception check.
Nat 20, motherfucker!
You always nat 20 on fucking perception checks. Inference 7, you're too focused on making sure you drain his account to 69 credits. And Athena, you see the account name. It's Blanca Diaz.
Oh my god, no!
Wait, what?
Guys, I'm gonna turn the comms
Have you
off so
thought
they
this one
can't hear.
too?
Yeah.
Guys, this is a bounty. There's a bounty on this person's head for like $1,000. Like if we
Only
bring
a
them in.
grand?
Hey, my account stopped at 69 credits. Like, can you send those through,
Oh, okay,
please?
just give me a second. We're just trying to collate all our money together.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting a call from my bank account. They think
Do I
something's
think
wrong.
that the bounty may have gone up more from when we originally saw it?
You can look if you want.
Okay. Do I roll anything?
No,
for
you
it?
can just search it up. Yeah, Athena, you look up Blanca Diaz on your little bounty park, and he's now worth 20 times more than he was pre-Order 66.
Guys.
20k.
Due to him starting a pyramid scheme.
Motherfucker!
You know, my bank account just called me and said that I've been hacked. So you really just gotta send us that money, or I'm gonna get my fucking boys on you.
Oh, it's okay. Look, we're having trouble on our end, and we're really good at catching hackers. So maybe we should meet on the ground, and we can help each other out. You can get your money, we can help you.
Sorry, that's just not gonna happen. What did you want?
How much money did I get from
Roll me 2d10.
9?
And 9, you get 9,000 credits from his bank account. You guys still have your comms off. He's just waiting. His is still on, but you hear him talking to those boys. I was like, how long are they gonna take? Like, should we just...
Can I just page in while they're sort of that being like, so tell me more about the boys.
Boys are gonna fuck your shit up. This is Keith and
Is that the
Billy.
kid? Is that the kid?
No.
Is it the kid? It's a kid.
I'm certain.
Hi
joined a pirate team!
Oh, Keith!
He goes, this is my boy Keith and Billy, and they're gonna fuck you up. Go get him, boys. And the two ships on the side begin charging at you, and Blancadiaz hangs back and then starts
Gosh, I'm so
to
mad. I was gonna try
go
to
for
put
you.
my rocket launcher out the window and shoot them.
in space.
Yeah.
Everyone, roll me initiative. This is ship combat. Okay. So the way ship combat works is you all roll initiative, and we take the lowest. These guys are doing fucking dive runs, spinning around, and doing more dive runs. I'll give you an example of what they're doing. So say you're here.
Yeah.
They're going.
Sam is waving around a Lego and making noises. It's reminiscent of when I was 6.
Your power die is a d4. So each different station, so I'll say like which station you need to work from. Each station starts with 1. And P can get an ability that allows him to move, where they are. And you gain 1 power die at the start of each of your at the start of each of the ship's turns.
So we have 1 right now.
So yes, you all have 1 kind of. What's the ship's AC?
It's 12.
So these 3 ships all go before you. They charge down, 1 misses and 2 hit. So if anyone has any reactions or anything you can do,
I'm just reading everything.
Hold on.
go for it.
I would like to barrel roll, which uses my engine, but it means I can attempt to maneuver out of the line of fire, which I think seems like a good call.
No.
We move
Joy.
100 feet. I want to move out of the line of fire.
I'll say that as the 2 ships come gunning for you, they shoot down for your ship and you dodge out of the way of one of them. So the one ship does dive bomb you, you move out of the way of the other one, and you take 7 points of damage to your shields. And it is now your ship's turn. We will just go around the table since there is no official order.
I have a question. How far away are these people?
They have just dived from you. They're not far. They're like 50 feet.
Within 50 feet? So there's multiple ships within 600 feet of us?
Yes,
And I hack their comms.
can. What does that take?
So this is the comms power die location. Each ship must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take ionic damage equal to the number you roll die plus ship's wisdom modifier. Additionally, on a failed save, the ship's communication devices are disabled till rebooted.
I'll say 2 of them failed, because one of them rolled like a natural 18.
So the 2 that failed take 5 ionic damage, and their communication devices are disabled till rebooted.
Only 1 fire action can be made by the
Gunner.
in the gunning turret, but you could also take a fire action at disadvantage from one of the 2 pilot seats.
Can I boost weapons?
You can boost weapons, yep.
So that's just a D20 for DC 10?
Yep, DC 10, and then you add your ship's boost
Yeah,
skills.
I got 14.
14, you successfully boost the weapons for
So
number.
whoever's gunner gets to have advantage on the damage roll.
Not the attack roll, the damage roll. Okay, P, do you have anything that you'd like to do?
Okay, I'll regenerate the shield, making a boost check to expend 1 shield die and restoring.
Yep, so you can make a boost check. So roll a d20 and add, I think it's +1 we said?
14 plus 1.
The 14, so you can roll 2d8 and take the higher one.
6 is the higher one.
Sweet, so your shields regenerate, you expend 1 shield die, and you're now only -1 health.
But there's no reason to move around the power dice, is there, as well? Because I can do that as a bonus action.
Currently there's no point.
There's no point because Central Hub has them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infra and 7 or Athena want to do anything before, but
You should direct an ally so River gets advantage to the check roll.
so you're directing, remember?
Yeah. I'm gonna roll for attack with the
Yeah.
laser cannon. Does a 14 hit.
A 14 does it.
Can I use my disabling shot gambit and expend 1 power dice from weapons?
What's disabling shot do?
So when you make a ship attack roll on a ship, you can expend 1 power die to add it to the roll, And on this hit, if it hits, the ship has disadvantage on the next ability check or attack roll it makes before the end next turn.
Sweet, yeah.
So it's got disadvantage. And is it a d4?
And you add a d4 to the damage.
10 damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, okay, let's do dogfight.
Okay, so roll me an opposed maneuvering check.
Still Liam's turn.
He's 17. They got a 10. You can give me your attack roll at disadvantage. It's only at disadvantage because you're piloting the ship. A 13 misses. These tires will make attacks at you now. This one rolls flat. That is a hit. All 3 of them hit though. So you take 3 damage.
Never mind, 3 damage. That's kind of weak.
You take 6 damage.
Does it keep going up from there?
The next attack is 9 damage.
Can I use a power die to mitigate some of the damage?
You can. So you take 9 damage. What do you reduce it to?
I reduce it by 5.
These 3 tires have again done another round at you as you were dogfighting with one of the just villains.
Was that our second round?
This is now your second turn.
Okay.
So we'll go back around the table. Who is prepared?
Okay, so I'm gonna use disarming shots. As an action, expend the power die to attempt to disarm the target. You add the power die to your ship's next attack. On a hit, in addition to the normal damage taken, target must make a con save. Fail, save, disable the weapon. The target ship with missiles, ship with charges.
Okay, so that is 6-9's turn, prepping for Linda's shot. Your shields are currently sitting like minus 14.
Okay, in that case, can I do regenerate shields?
Yep, you want to spend your turn regenerating the shields.
Okay, that succeeds. I rolled an 8 on the d8.
And so you're now only minus 6 shields as you regenerate 8. And
we're down a hit dice?
And you're down a hit dice. You're down 2 hit dice.
But we've still got 5 hull dice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's easy.
Yeah. Athena, do you have anything?
I guess I'll just boost shield then.
Sweet. Give me a boost check. DC is currently 10. Sweet. You boost shields, roll the d8.
Hey, I want to do it. Can I, at the end of my turn though, as in my bonus action, make a 5 hit? You conceal?
Roll me a luck check.
Nat 20.
And nat 20, there's conveniently an asteroid field, like within 300 feet of you.
We're actively in an asteroid field.
You've just started flying towards an asteroid field. You give me a concealed check.
What do we add to conceal?
You can choose to either take the hide action at disadvantage as your personal stats, or add a +2, I think.
I want to take it at disadvantage with my personal stats.
Okay, go for it.
Unless you know one, this is going to be better than anything you could make.
So it's 17.
A 17 beats all of their passive scans. You're successfully hidden, so you get even deeper into the asteroid field. And right before you go to conceal yourself, Roomba, give me your attack. You have advantage.
You get a +4 to this.
Well, does an 18 hit?
An 18 definitely. So a con save, that's a 16, that'll pass. I'll ask, are you trying to disable their ships or destroy them?
We aim to disable the one with the bounty guy and then destroy the rest.
That would be 15 damage.
The ship with Blanca Diaz in it, you watch as your lasers blast off with his left wing, and he's stuck there drifting off into space.
And his 2 boys unable to communicate.
His 2 boys unable to communicate see their boss's ship blow up. They will make checks to see if they can find you because you're still concealed. DC was 17. They failed. They're just going to start flying off, leaving their boss to drift off into space. This ship isn't destroyed. Mechanics-wise, it is currently not destroyed. It is currently disabled. So what would you guys like to do with the ship that is drifting off to space? I will start to roll destruction saving throws for it.
Can we calm through?
Yeah.
He still does have his comms up, yeah.
So I sent you through our details.
Dudes, I'm really starting to think that you didn't send through your details.
Yeah. It was just our bank account number.
Like, that's not, that's, I don't, you're meant to pay me. Like,
Would you like to keep your other wing?
what?
You're missing a wing right now.
No, I wanted it to be like this.
Do you want a little bit more off?
Roll me insight.
1 and a 3.
You know for sure that he did not want to be like this.
You know how you were telling us that if we don't pay you, you're gonna like, what were your words? Sick your boys on us?
Yeah, my boys, they're still coming. I just can't get hold of them through my comms.
No, that did.
What? Roll me deception.
19.
Fuck, man. My boys, they said they were gonna be there for me. Ah.
Listen, I mean, we can put this all in the past if you like pay us, you know?
Pay you? I have 69 credits in my account. I like
That's
keep
pretty nice,
refreshing
bro.
it, and it's still just 69. It's like someone drained it and then left it on 69.
Did you leave it on 69?
What's the state of your ship right now, by the way?
Well, actually, I think I can still get it going. And he starts up his ship and starts chugging along. He'd have rolled a nat 20 on a destruction save. He's currently moving, just very slowly.
Hey, would you like to come and board our ship really quick, and we can just like
No,
trace
dudes.
what this is all about?
I mean, you guys just attacked me. I'm out of here.
Okay, can we shoot him again?
You shoot him back and you shoot off the other wing. Dudes, like, I don't know what your deal is.
So, do you want to board our ship now?
Well, I fucking can't anymore. I rolled a 2 on my destruction save.
Can I like do a skywalk?
6-9, you get into the cargo bay, you run on the hamster wheel for a bit to get hyped up. They close the bolt doors on you and open the cargo bay, and you run and leap off, heading towards Blanca Diaz's broken
With
ship.
my comms, I'm like, hey, can you open up your cargo bay? I knock on the...
Dude, like, let me just put my fucking helmet on, man. Like,
It's cold out here. Come on.
fine. He watches, he puts this, like, really hunky, like, first space trip helmet on. Okay, fine, I'll open up. Shit. He opens up the top.
Can I immediately stunning strike him?
Give me an attack roll at advantage. You watch as he also tried to bring out, like, a giant sword.
That's 17 and an 18 on the dice.
Yep, that will definitely hit. He fails it. He, like, winches his arms back like he was gonna yawn. Man, I just got it. And he was, as he tries to grab onto a hilt, and you just, like,
Fucking smack across the head.
then slap him, and he,
And I just grab him and drag him out of his own shit.
you, like, tug twice, and it, like, pulls you forward like a zip. And you're back in the cargo bay. They close it up. And he successfully comes out of the stun. He's flailing around. He doesn't have his weapon. Dude, like, get off of me. Like, there's no need. It's your deal.
Are you Blanco Diaz with a, what was that, a bounty of 20,000 credits?
No.
I just yell at Athena saying, I got him.
So glad to hear.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought this guy was going to be terrifying. His one post this is very dangerous individual.
Yeah. Dude, like, what do you mean dangerous? I switched up my lifestyle. I've been taking these vitamins now. Check these out.
Oh, is this another pyramid scheme?
I sell them for $20 a pop, but I'll give you a half price on your first batch if you also want to sell it to other people.
Feels like another pyramid scheme, my man.
Anyone in?
I'm starting to think you should stop having pyramid schemes.
You guys keen? They're called NutriCare, and each bottle is 20 credits, but if you buy the package and start selling it to other people, you can 1, get it half price, and 2, be your own boss. Like,
Roomba?
yeah,
Roomba.
you can be your own boss. You guys still haven't given me the...
Shut the fuck up.
Do we have like a break?
Yeah, you guys just chuck him in a crate.
I'll show you something where you can go. So this is, we call it the wheel.
The wheel, it's fucking sick.
I just push him on there and like, just tie him to it, yeah.
You push him onto this hamster wheel as Inference and is like zapping him on the way. And he gets on the hamster wheel, is like, this is sick. Am I like part of the crew now? And he starts running on it.
Can we like connect it to like the fucking the power
You
generator?
connect like a battery to it. You start charging up. Start charging your phones, and yeah, you
Stay there.
got it. My job. And you guys just all slam the door, leave him in the cargo bay. He's still running. You guys all leave him in the hamster wheel, and and for in 7, you pilot down to Endor, leaving the destroyed ship behind you, and you watch as the two other his bros jump off into hyperspace and leave. You look forward to the forest moon of Endor. You go down and start flying through the atmosphere over mountains, rivers, and tall redwood trees. You fly low and see some Ewoks with little satchels walking through the openings in the trees until you reach the port. A very primitive one from what you're normally used to, but it is much like Cathar's port. And as you land, the doors open, and you watch as Roomba's droid zips out of the ship, does a lap around, and then comes back in. Roomba, we're home! And they have the premium fuel here! They got the good shit!
We have no fuel.
Roomba, they got the good shit! Shit! What?
By the way, guys, we're all starving right now.
Yeah, you guys have no food. Your droid pulls you aside. Remember, this ship did just run out of food and almost fuel. I had to do a half charge because M4N7 insisted they get 110% charge, which by my calculations, that's not even possible. But sadly, you're the wealthiest of these grown humanoids, so you could top up the ship. I think with the premium fuel, it'll only be 4,000 for everything. Sweet. I shall start doing that. And starts zipping around, grabs the hose, plugs it in. You run in and get snacks, run out after
Surely
paying.
Britney Spears should at least 100 feet.
And yeah, just holds up. No, like in your arm, just so many snacks. And the door goes, Rumba, that's just Pop-Tarts.
I'm so happy.
Rumba, you know that Pop-Tarts are the worst thing from Americadia, right?
Can someone like read the ingredients and tell me if there's chocolate in them or not?
Rumba goes and also grabs the actual supplies for the food and tops up the ship to full supplies.
I come up to M4M7, who I'm assuming doesn't eat as a
Yeah.
droid, with the premium,
why I made
with
that.
a little thing of premium fuel. I'm like, thank you.
So yeah, after giving the fuel to Emperor and 7, you've given out all your snacks. You're now empty-handed with just your axe, and you look out towards the forest. And Rumba, you're back on Endor. You're home, sort of. And last time you were here was for the Bright Tree Festival with your parents.
I was about to say, I'm like, oh, I'm home. And I'm like, wait, the last time I was here, I had a live parent. All of a sudden, Rumba goes into a depressive episode.
You just look out into the big, dense forest. You look to where your dad and mum took you first to go to Ontori, and you remember 1, your nightmare that you had, and 2, you remember the rules that your dad said. Don't go north and don't cross the river. Where would you like to go?
No.
So, Rumba would like to go northeast, and you all pack up for the trek, grab some little portions of food that your droid's zipping in and out and stacking up, and you begin to walk northeast to follow the river. So you begin your walk, and after a couple hours of walking through these tall, dense forests, for most of you this is your first time that you've seen Endor. Every now and then you see like a sharp movement in the corner of your eye, as you see little Ewoks traveling that see you and quickly duck away.
To be fair, I guess they probably see us and go, "Oh my god,
Roll me a
those bitches
charisma
could
check.
punt me."
17.
A 17. They quickly ducked to hide away and then saw that you waved and peek out and give a little wave back. And then they skitter away. So, as you're walking through the forest, going towards the river, does anyone have anything they would like to mention, prepare for, as you see the river in the distance?
When I'm walking, I'm just gonna go like walk right next to Athena because I'm slightly scared, and I'm just like, I don't know. How long is your mane? Like your hair?
It's pretty long, but it's probably in a plait.
Just walking alongside, holding the plate and waving to all the other Ewoks that you see. Your droid zips up to you.
Remember, Carter? Okay, the ship is all puffed up, and I don't think Ewoks. I don't think they're used to all these people. They seem a bit skittish.
Ewoks like Ewoks.
Yes,
And you?
and me.
What's your name?
My name.
Do you never name?
No, I let it name it.
I've been running some calculations,
What do you want to be
and
called?
I believe that the best name for me would be Dyson.
Dyson?
Oh, you motherfucker.
That there.
So,
I think it works well with my vocal chip.
Dyson.
Dyson,
Dyson and Roomba.
Dyson and Roomba, and Dyson and Roomba.
you watch as his eyes start to flicker like they did with your theory.
Dyson E.
So, you guys approach the river with Dyson Eden's new name, and you begin walking, following the river, much like Roomba did in their nightmare, and much like Roomba's dad told him not to do. So as you continue walking north, everyone roll me a luck check.
That was an 8.
Oh yeah, 17.
16, 12,
17.
17, 19, Emperor in 7, 7, 6, 9, Emperor in 7, and P, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 13.
A 13,
Got a 9.
a 9,
So 10.
6, 9, can you roll me a d4? It's 4. You got a 4?
Yep.
As you're walking along the side, you're more on the left side of the group, so you're more on the forest area. And you, just sit on the grass, and you take one step in a pile of leaves, and the ground below you gives way, and you fall 20 feet into a pit. So it's a giant pit that's just given way. You take 3 damage from falling. Emperor in 7, can you roll me a d4?
What?
With a 1 on your check. As you're walking along the riverside, you're more on the rivery side. You know, you're kind of feeling the rocks under your wheels. You're actually feeling kind of comfy here. You're just vibing, and you go to kick one of the small rocks. But as you go to kick it, you realize it's too late. And it isn't a small rock. It's a big rock. You kick it as hard as you can, and you trip over face first into the ground. You take 3 bludgeoning damage from just tripping over. But then you also take 7 psychic damage, as when you trip over, everyone turns to look at you and just stares at you a little too long. And it looks like they're gonna go up to help you up, and then don't know if they should. Dyson comes up, hey, do you want a hand up? Do you want to, is that...
I know, I struggle back up by myself.
You bring out your little tiny limbs and your shock thing to push yourself back up. I could have just lifted you up, you know?
Yeah.
We could just, instead of fighting, we could just bro out like he and Silvar and Sita. 2 for 1 Tuesdays? Dyson speeds back up to Roomba.
I speak binary, but I don't know what Emperor 7 just said to me.
I don't know, 2 for 1 Tuesdays is
Wimba just
enticing.
looks at Dyson, thumbs up, big smile, nodding.
Dyson does thumbs up and does a slight nod. Hey, can you roll me a d4, please?
Thank you.
A 2? So as you're walking along, you've just seen Emperor and 7 trip and go face first. As you're turning back, you keep walking, and you feel a little twinge in the ground as a tripwire gets triggered, and you hear to your left that coming from a giant tree is a giant log swinging straight for you like a pendulum. And you take...
Why is this so goofy?
You take 7 bludgeoning damage as this giant log just slams into you, and you fall into the river.
Do I drown?
Give me an athletics check.
13.
With a 13, you start to sink below the water as your hood is catching all the water, and you guys see P's hands just flailing.
Can I just help him up?
You're still in a pit.
Oh, can I get him?
We'll see this first.
I can swim. Can I jump into
You will
safety?
also be rolling an athletics check.
Does a 9 succeed?
All of you watch as Lazánia sees P about to drown, and he takes off the robe, but still has it attached to him, runs in the water, and also starts drowning.
I'll jump in after
Sees
them.
P drowning, decides to drown as well.
That's a 22.
At 22, you just walk in the water. It's like
not even
it's ankle height. You pick up P, you walk a little further and grab Lazánia. You turn around and see that there is a giant hole in the ground, and 6ix9ine is falling through.
Sex, so I have to help him as well.
Unless 6ix9ine can get out of the pit himself.
I can.
Yeah.
But I think it's so much funnier if I'm just going around picking everyone up like you fucking idiots. I also
Need to
got a
drown.
26. I pulled too hard and you kind of fly back into the pond behind it.
You pick me up by the scruff of my neck.
Yeah, it's like one hand, I just kind of
Yeah, 6ix9ine. It's 20 feet, so you kind of try to run up the wall a bit, grab on.
I'm actively climbing, but before I get to the top, I'm just
grabbed by the nape of your neck. By
Not the floor.
Athena.
Yeah, it's like you're working hard to get out, and I'm just like, no, not to.
And
could you put me down, Athena?
Can you be trusted?
Yeah.
Alright. You're in air jail until
So
you can
Jake
be
is
trusted.
like an adult.
I'm a full adult.
Yeah, I think I say this and then I'm like, sorry, you know,
I'm a full soldier of the
know,
Republic
it's
Army.
like the the teacher vibe.
Technically,
that
you're
you
still
can't,
five.
Get past that, I kind of just had that mum vibe going on, and it kind of came
Athena.
across to you.
Technically, he's 5.
I'm not.
You know?
We know I'm
Therefore,
not
I feel
following
slightly
right.
bitter about it.
So, Athena, you put 6ix9ine down after he kind of kicks a bit, and the others are soaking up your back with their wet clothes. And you continue walking along the riverside. Remember, much like your nightmare, you are walking along the riverside, and you finally see it. You see that there is a house sitting on top of a hill on the other side of the river. Everyone can give me a perception check.
23.
I rolled a nat 20.
You just had 20 as well?
You both got nat 20?
I got a 9.
Brother!
Stop
I
doing
didn't see shit. I'm so busy trying to look after my fucking children.
You've got water in your eyes now from going to pick them all up.
I got 14.
Emperor and 7 and Lazánia, you don't really... You just see that there's a house there, and that's cool. It's strange. It's you see that it's a small mansion, and it's extremely nice. It's a modern house. And you know, this doesn't belong on Endor. Remember, you see that this is also a place that has high security with an electric fence, many towers which you believe are proximity sensors, much like what you had at home. Lazánia, you see that at the top of the house there is a turret with a gun barrel sticking out of the top of the house. All of you see that there is a nice-looking, medium-sized ship parked outside the front of the house.
Someone's home.
And P and 6-9, you look forward. As you get closer, you see that there is movement from inside the house. There is somebody in there.
Can we stealth in?
You guys could all give me stealth checks.
31.
13, because I rolled almost. I got a net too.
I rolled a 14.
24.
A 10?
Yeah.
So remember, as you all cross the river over like a little bridge, you walk up to the house, and remember, much like on the vault in your house, there's a little hand scanner. You put your paw to it, and it lets you in. You open up the gate, walk inside. You see a sudden movement from the person inside who goes to hide. And you open up the front door. Popping up from behind a table, you see a very familiar person. She looks up at Rumba. This is Pandora,
What?
Like Greek mythology, Pandora.
like the person that smuggled you off Coruscant.
Our Uber Eats bitch, Pandora.
How did you all manage to get here?
I came here because I had a dream.
Do you know what happened to the Edens?
Doesn't she know?
Does she know that I'm an
Because
Eden?
remember we went there to get their approval and we were like, they're fucking dead. Like,
You didn't say how dead they were.
we know it. Do you know?
I just know that they were found dead when you said. Then as soon as I could, I went and checked.
They were dead. You didn't believe us?
I wouldn't believe us.
Does Kane know you're here?
Did Kane tell you? Pandora didn't know that Kane told you that Pandora was his higher up. Yeah, I know that they're fallen, but do you know why they're fallen?
We have some ideas.
Well, what are they?
Would you like to know?
I would, that's why I'm here.
Why do you want to know? We can't be sharing our secrets if you're not willing to share yours.
Because I believe what happened to them was quite unnatural. I didn't fully believe their story when I first found them, but I think now I have to. I found them on Coruscant. They were just wandering, confused. They couldn't talk because they don't speak the language. I brought them to my facilities, gave them a little voice modulator like this one has, and they were asking about the Empire, asking what happened to Endor, how they got there, and your mother was pregnant with you, so I helped. I just didn't know what they were saying was true. I thought it was gibberish until the Empire was formed. And I knew that they had a house here, so I came to check it out.
And what they found?
This is the house of Merc and Vahun.
My papa?
Mama and Papa.
Was Mama and Papa bad?
I don't believe they were bad. They did everything in their power to survive, which is all anyone else can do. They did what they had to make life comfortable for you. I don't believe they did anything wrong.
Were they doing full stop then?
They didn't have much credit, so they went through me, told me information, different sites, artifacts yet to be dug up, mining locations, temples. And then I told people higher up, and turns out they were worth millions and millions. I didn't know where they got this information, but whenever I brought it up and asked, they were too scared to tell me.
Mama and Papa scared of the Empire?
They were scared to make too much noise.
So they appeared randomly on planet, asking what happened to Endor and asking about the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Did they get whatever I removed.
Did they have what I had?
You all watch as Pandora's eyes begin to glow red. We figured that you've got to know.
Is Pandora a Force Wraith?
The Force Wraith comes out of Pandora, holds on to you, Roomba, and all of you are transported to an old memory of Endor. You're watching as Roomba, you get the feeling that the person you're watching over is your father. But he's a lot younger in this. He's walking along the forest floor and he hears a large explosion go off in the distance. He holds up his spear and preps himself, and he runs towards the explosion, hiding behind trees every time he can. And he peeks around and he sees a young woman lying on the ground. A young woman with a helmet on. A young princess. He walks up and pokes her with a stick, and then jumps back as she wakes up. They begin bonding, and as he's giving him little treats and favors, they begin to sit next to each other, and he takes her to his village. I figured that I could just talk in Pandora's voice. That's your father. Your father's real name is Wicket Warwick. He took the young princess to his village, and they began to fight off the Empire. And you watch as the memory flashes of your dad. You're setting off traps to take out all these big machinery from the Empire. They won. You watch as they line up and take a photo with your dad in the middle, like holding on to Leia's hand, and you see a bonfire. It's a photo that you found in the vault. That bonfire is from the victory of Endor and the defeat of the Empire. Out of game, you guys don't know this. That is the bonfire that is burning Darth Vader.
So we can't see that in the picture. Like we
can't
can see Darth Vader's corpse.
Question.
Yes.
So Laz knew Luke.
Yep.
And this is obviously
I would have known
after the
Leia too.
Empire.
Technically.
So you would know Leia. So you'd be able to look at the picture and be like, that's Leia.
Yeah.
Your dad was holding hands with Princess Leia.
She looks so young in that
Luke was
photo.
also there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Because they made out, remember?
Was my dad
It was
in
a bit
movies?
weird.
So, settles down on Endor. All the Ewoks have begun scrapping a bunch of the different ships and everything that came along. And your father met your mother. They began to have a home. They started living together, and they started trying for a baby.
Can you detail Ewok to us?
Your mother gets pregnant, and your mother gets blessed by the chief at Bright Tree Village, as that is their home village. And time goes on, your mother's probably about a month pregnant, and they're out salvaging parts from the Empire. They walk into a ship, and they see a little room. A room that looks like it could house a cleaning droid on a ship. A room that has the label Roomba on it. Your parents look at each other and smile, and then the entire background in their peripheral vision changes instantly. As they're looking at each other, they suddenly go wide-eyed as they are now in this giant cityscape on a planet they've never seen before, confused as people start bumping into them and shoving them, because what you can hear is them talking. Where are we? What? We didn't look at. Where?
The better question to ask is, when are
What?
we?
What happened? Where? Then kind of zooms out, and you hear what all the other civilians are hearing, and it is just as they can't speak the language. And then you see a face approaching them. Pandora walks past them and then looks back. Need a hand. Takes them to her place and gives them all voice modulators. They start freaking out and asking. Pandora has no clue. They go off to libraries to start researching and figuring out what happened to them. All they have to their name is a literal satchel of scraps, put together all the history. They figured out that they have gone back in time. Once they realize this, they go back to Pandora. Your mother is around 6 months pregnant now. Your parents remember things. They remember what the Empire said, information from them. They remember what Luke Skywalker said to them, and Princess Leia said to them, and all the other people that they encountered. Gathered that information, told Pandora, and Pandora told the Republic. This is how they got their money. The Edens, now 8 months along, they get a nice house, begin getting medical attention for pregnancy, and then Rumbra is born with some complication, but with the medical facilities on Coruscant and some life support for Rumbra took his first breath. Then what you're watching, the memory flashes all the way back to when your parents were in that ship, but this time they weren't taken. This is why we want that creature gone. None of them is dead.
So you killed them.
How good is life support stuff on Endor?
This is what was meant to happen. They continue. They walk out of the ship, smiling at each other at the name of go home. The months pass. They gather more stuff, get more food. They design your room up, and your room looks exactly the same as it did at your home on Coruscant. They get a final blessing from the chief at Brightree, and your mother goes into labor. And it's long, and they realize that something's wrong. Rumba, after hours and hours, and a final rotation, Rumba is born. But Rumba never took a breath. You weren't meant to exist. You existed, but you didn't. The universe didn't expect you. But it accepted you, and that's why you've been so hard to find. We can't let something that is meant to happen. And the universe believes you're meant to be there. We had to correct the time. But you, we tried. Your parents saved you. And then you flash out from the memory, and the Force Wraith looks at you, and then fades away as you're left standing. Who you now know from that memory, Pandora is your godmother.
The real Reefs and Pandora helped us.
I had to know that you guys were decent people.
It makes sense, even more sense now. It's like consent form, because it's like, are you going to ship my godchild off into the universe?
And that
Yes.
is where we will end this episode.